Please, thanks. Okay. Wow. So, great time to be Brazilian. Great time to be involved in the business of selling Brazil to the rest of the world.
Yes, it's been very exciting because we have not only the World Cup in 2014, but also the Olympics in 2016. So it's going to be a golden decade for Brazil, for the development of infrastructure, for the development of tourism and our structure to receive tourists and increase the number of tourists in the country. So I think not only for Brazil, but also for Latin America, because we have a very complementary very complementary products in our region. So I think we can get the best from this opportunity, not only for Brazil, but also for South America.
Yes. Before we go on, I think it might be worth taking just a minute or so to explain to everybody here exactly what the mission of Embratur is.
Okay, Embratur is the entity, we are a governmental entity. We are linked to the Ministry of Tourism in Brazil, and we are in charge of the promotion of Brazil as tourism destination abroad. So we keep the policy for promotion of our country. We have a marketing plan to do this. There is called Aquarela Plan, because our brand is like a watercolor, like our country, like our people, mixed, different, diverse, and this Aquarela Plan leads the policy of promotion. So we have in the plan all the priority countries to promote, all the tools that we are going to use, the marketing mix of promotion, and also the products of Brazil we are going to promote. We work on 5 segments. So we work on adventure, sports, ecotourism and sports adventure, sports, business and events, sun and beach, and culture. So we work on these 5 segments of products.
Yeah, what would your expectations be? I mean, perhaps first of all we should establish, in an ordinary year, how many tourists would you expect, international visitors, would you expect to come to Brazil?
Well, for the World Cup, we expect around 500,000 people just for the event. And for the Olympics, we are expecting, we have some projections, and we are expecting something around 380,000 tourists.
So it's a massive uplift. You talked about target countries just now. As far as the World Cup, is it logical to assume that your targets will be the major soccer-playing nations, the big, the other South American nations, and the big nations of Europe?
Yes. We are just defining what are the figures we are going to count to decide the priorities. Of course, the football, how the football is developed in each of these countries is going to be one of the statements, and we nowadays work on Europe in the main countries. Of course, the main countries on Europe also are the countries that will be here, will be there for the World Cup. So England, Germany, Portugal, Spain, France, Italy. Okay, so the major Europe, United States, and Latin Americans. We are expecting a huge number of South Americans in the World Cup in Brazil, because it's easy to get to Brazil from their countries, and they are fans of football also. So we are expecting a huge number of them. So these are the main areas we work on promotion.
Yes, and I once interviewed Sepp Blatter, who said he had a nightmare, a recurring nightmare. It's the final of the World Cup, and both of the teams that are participating consist entirely of Brazilians. And that was actually a compliment to the volume of excellent players that come out of Brazil and populate leagues around the world. Are those Brazilian players who are playing in England and Spain and
Yes.
elsewhere valuable tools for you in terms of promoting Brazil to the rest of the world?
Yes, of course. But we think also that we are very well known as a football country.
Okay.
So it's easy to, when you talk about Brazil, the first thing you think about is football, and you remember the name of not only one or two players, but a team of football mixed in time. So you think about Pelé and Garrincha and Kaká, and so it's easy to connect the image of Brazil to the image of football, and of course it's a very strong image and a very strong tool to work. But we want also to take the opportunity to show that Brazil is more than football. Brazil is also culture, Brazil is also technology, Brazil is also nature, Brazil is diverse, so Brazil is huge. So we have 27 states in our country, so it's you could put almost all, taking Russia, almost all European countries.
In the city and its immediate region.
Of course, it's not something easy to do. And we imagine that as we have the World Cup, and the World Cup is going to be before the Olympics,
Yes.
and it's going to be in 12 cities in Brazil, and in all the 5 areas, the 5 regions of Brazil. So we think this World Cup happening before the Olympics will help us to show Brazil, not only Rio and not only one of the specific host cities for the World Cup. So these 2 events combined, yes, working together, can help us to show Brazil, to bring more information about Brazil outside the country, because we will have not only the media of Olympics looking to Rio and watching what is happening in Rio, but also the media before, for the World Cup, watching what is happening in all the parts of Brazil. So I think this is a good opportunity because they can be combined.